A hearty welcome to one and all. I am Rohini Batwal from Google Education Society's JDC Bitco English Medium High School with 8th standard science subject. And my topic is measurement and effects of heat. Students, in the previous video, we have seen sources of heat. We have seen temperature. We have seen heat and temperature. Let us move towards the next. Students, temperature is measured in units of Celsius, that is in degree Celsius, Fahrenheit, that is degree Fahrenheit, and in Kelvin. Kelvin is used in scientific experiments while the other two are used in daily life. The relation between the three units are F minus 32 upon 9 is equal to C upon 5. This is first. And second is Kelvin is equal to Celsius plus 273.15, that is 2. Some specific temperature are given in the three scales in the table. Let us see the solved example. The first question is, how much will the temperature of 68 degree Fahrenheit in Celsius and Kelvin? So see students, given is temperature in Fahrenheit, that is equal to F equal to 68. Temperature in Celsius is equal to C is equal to question mark. Let us see according to the formula. F minus 32 upon 9 is equal to C upon 5. 68 minus 32 upon 9 is equal to C upon 5. Let us take C. C equal to 5 into 36 upon 9 is equal to 20 degrees Celsius. According to the formula, K is equal to C plus 273.15 is equal to 20 plus 273.15 is equal to 293.15. Thus the temperature in Celsius is 20 degrees Celsius and in Kelvin it is 293.15 Kelvin. Let us see the second sum. At what temperature will its value be seen in Celsius and in Fahrenheit? So here given is, if the temperature in Celsius, that is C, then the temperature in Fahrenheit is F will be the same, that is F is equal to C. So when we will use the formula first, so it will be F minus 32 upon 9 is equal to C upon 5, or we can say that C minus 32 upon 9 is equal to C upon 5. So when we will do the cross multiplication, we will get C minus 32 into 5 is equal to C into 9. Always remember students, when we are writing C, it means it is a Celsius. So 5C minus 160 equal to 9C. So when we will do the subtraction, we will get 4C minus 160. So C is equal to, F is equal to minus 40. Means the temperature in Celsius and in Fahrenheit will be the same, that is at minus 40 degrees Celsius. Let us see the next, that is thermometer. Students, you must have seen the thermometer that is used when someone at home has a fever. That thermometer is called clinical thermometer. Students, different thermometers are used for different purposes. Let us first learn about the working of a thermometer. A thermometer has a narrow glass tube which has a bulb at the end, that is at one end. The bulb and part of the tube is filled with a liquid. Earlier, mercury was used, but as it is harmful for us, it has been replaced with alcohol. The rest of the volume of the tube has vacuum and its other end is closed. The bulb is kept in contact with the object whose temperature is to be measured, so that its temperature becomes same as that of the object. Because of the increased temperature, the alcohol inside it expands and its level in the tube rises. Using the properties of the expansion of alcohol, the temperature can be obtained from the level of the alcohol. The tube of the thermometer is marked accordingly. As the body temperature of a healthy person is 37 degrees Celsius, clinical thermometer designed to measure temperatures between 35 degrees Celsius and 42 degrees Celsius. These days, instead of the above type, digital thermometers are used for clinical purposes. This does not use the expansion of liquid due to heat. Instead, it has a sensor which can measure the heat coming out from the body directly, and from that can measure the temperature of the body. The thermometer used in laboratory are similar to the one shown in figure 14.4, except that the range of temperatures that it can be measured in large spanning 40 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius or even larger. A special type of thermometer is used for measure the minimum and maximum temperature in a day. It is called the maximum minimum thermometer. Students, whatever are the diagrams are given in 14.4, you have to draw it and you have to label it. Students, when a hot object is kept in contact with a cold object, they both exchange heat. The hot object gives away heat while the cold object absorbs heat. Thus, temperature of the hot object decreases while that of the cold object increases. This means that the kinetic energy of atoms in the cold object goes on increasing while that in the hot object goes on decreasing. A time comes when the average kinetic energies of atom in both objects become equal, which means that the temperature of both objects becomes equal. Now let us move towards the specific heat. Students, the specific heat of an object is the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of unit mass of that substance through 1 degree Celsius. This is represented by the symbol small c. Its unit in SI is joule, that is per kg degree Celsius, and in CGS it is calorie per gram degree Celsius. Suppose Q amount of heat is required to increase the temperature of an object of mass m and specific heat C from T1 to Tf. This amount depends on the mass and specific heat of the object as well as on the increase in temperature, and can be written as Q is equal to m into C into in bracket Tf minus T1. Students, different substances have different specific heats. Okay, let us move towards the calorimeter. Students, we have seen that a thermometer is used to measure the temperature of an object. A calorimeter is used to measure the heat content of an object. Using this equipment, we can measure the heat produced or absorbed in a physical or a chemical process. A calorimeter is similar to a thermoflask. A calorimeter has two vessels, an inner and an outer one. This way, no heat can be transferred from one inner to the outer vessel or from the outer to the inner vessel. Thus, the inner vessel is thermally isolated from the surroundings. The inner vessel is made of copper. A thermometer for measuring the temperature and a stirrer for stirring the liquid and the calorimeter are fitted in it. Students, water at a fixed temperature is placed inside the calorimeter. This means that the temperature of the inner vessel and that of the water in it are the same. When a hot object is placed in water, it is exchanged between the hot object, water and the calorimeter, and all three reach the same temperature.
As the calorimeter is thermally isolated from the surroundings, the total heat lost by the hot object is equal to the total heat absorbed by the calorimeter and water inside it. Similarly, if we put a cold object in the calorimeter, the cold object will receive heat from the water and its temperature will increase, while water and calorimeter will lose heat and their temperature will decrease. Suppose the mass of the inner vessel in the calorimeter is mc and its initial temperature is Ti and the mass of the water in the calorimeter is mw. The temperature of water will also be Ti. Suppose we place an object of mass mo and temperature T0 in the calorimeter. If T degree 0 is higher than Ti, the object will give away heat to the calorimeter and water. Soon the temperature of all the three will become the same. Rest of the part we will see in the next video. Take care students. Bye.